I'm back. All right, so now I'm gonna go fast because we've got not as much time. So I moved to LA. I got Les Mis in San Francisco. I moved to LA. No one cared about being in theater. No one cared about theater. They wanted to know what TV show I was on. So I was unemployed for a long time. And this is gonna be a running theme in my story of my career. Unemployed, yes. I worked as a doo-wop singer. I sang 50s doo-wop. There's me with very, very short hair, looking very, very young. I played a lot of Hollywood parties, so I got to meet a lot of Hollywood celebrities, but I was not a celebrity myself, so it was a little depressing, but I needed a day job, so I got a job at Universal Studios Hollywood. Anyone heard of that?
Yep.
Yeah. I was in a show called Beetlejuice's Rockin' Graveyard Review, and I played the Phantom of the Opera, and I sang Great Balls of Fire 750 times. Yes. I fell up and down stairs, I had things explode on me, I missed costume changes. It was a great, great day job. But in the meantime, I was still auditioning for TV and film. A lot of big celebrities came out of working at Universal Studios. It was really a really great playground for a lot of showbiz folks. This guy here, Wayne Brady. Do you guys know Wayne Brady? Do you know him over here? Yeah, whose line is it anyway? I think he's on Price is Right or something now. But I knew Wayne Brady before he was Wayne Brady. And here we are sitting outside having lunch at Universal in half of our costume, which we're not supposed to be doing, obviously, but we didn't care. I was a dancing zombie. I'm somewhere in there at Universal, dancing at Universal. Zombie is kind of a theme that runs in my career as well. So, but I really wanted to do something more, TV, film, musicals, etc. So there's a show on TV now called Sophia the First. You guys know that show? So the guy who writes the music for it, John Cavanaugh, he did the music for Beetlejuice. And he cast me in a musical called Globe Hunters. There I am in a really, really ugly shirt with John Cavanaugh, the composer. It's called Globe Hunters for Nickelodeon. And I played Trevor the Parrot, who was raised in a lab and only watched TV growing up. So I did tons of impressions and different voices, which also played into my later career. It was really, really fun. Also in the movie was Chaka Khan, who you guys won't know, but your parents might know, and Willem Dafoe, who's another actor that you may not know if you're too young, but just a really, really strange cast. Two other folks in this movie. You may not know these folks, but if you're a television fan, you should look them up. That is Sid Caesar and Carl Reiner. They created American television. They were at the beginning of TV. And so my first day ever doing a voiceover job was sitting next to these huge TV greats. It was terrifying. So I got a play in Los Angeles. It was called Fully Committed. And I play a reservation clerk in a New York restaurant, very popular New York restaurant. And I played 32 different characters with no costume and no makeup, just my voice. It was really, really fun. The cast parties, however, were very boring. It was just me. So a friend of mine that I was working with at Universal Studios, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. Anyone know that name? She works in anime a lot. Klein, you know her. She saw me in this show, and she saw me playing all these different characters, and she said, I think you might be right for this job that I'm casting, so I want you to come audition. And this was the job. Yes. Digimon Tamers, anyone know it?
Yes.
So I went and I auditioned for Takato. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to dub. I didn't know how to work in the studio. And about 3 months after getting that audition, I booked the role as Takato. And it started my entire career. That's basically why I'm here today, is because of Takato. So I did Digimon Tamers for the whole season. That was season 3. If you haven't seen it, it's a great season. And at the end of the season, I thought, well, I'm unemployed. You know, back to unemployment. But they called me and they said, we want you to be in the next season of Digimon. I was really excited. This was Bukomon, Keeper of the Book. Anyone watch Digimon Tamers season 4? Yeah? You're the one. You're the one person that watched it. It's really funny. Some people love it, and some people just absolutely hate it. I got to play a Digimon who kept a magical book in his pants, so there that is. And at the end of the season, I was unemployed again. Back to unemployment. But They called me again. I'm getting used to this, right? They called me again. Hey, Jack, how are you? And I got to play Agumon. Hey, boss. Who knows Agumon 2.0? Anyone know him?
Yes.
Season 5 Digimon. Now, I did not know that I was replacing someone. I did not know that there was an Agumon 1.0. Because the only anime that I knew was Speed Racer. So I was not familiar with Digimon. But it was really cool. At the end of this, I was what? Unemployed. Again. So I thought, well, you know what? The next job I get, I want it to be a really, really easy, fun job. I don't want to warm up, because now I'd done 3 years of voiceovers, you know, so now I was really conceited. You know, I wanted something easy. So this is the job I got. saMonokumaMontage, Naruto. Anyone know these guys?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I call these the throat shredders. They were like, shall we kill him now, brother? And that's the one with the smooth voice. It was terrible. And the animation was so wonky. It's two brothers. One's got his brother on the back, right? The animation was so wonky that the director didn't often know which character was saying the line, so they just had me say both lines twice. All the lines twice. This is the job that shredded me. And anytime there was a Naruto game, it was these characters. It was never anyone easy. So I said, man, the next character I get, it's gotta be easier. It's just gotta be easier. And yes, it was.
Bleach.
Who knows Yumichika? Yes, from Bleach. If you weren't so beautiful, I would have killed you with my Fuji Bujaku. This guy was awesome. He was very full of himself. He dressed very well. He had strange eyebrows, and he was powerful. He was a great fighter. Really, really fun. So this is maybe 2 or 3 years into my 20-year career now. Loving it. I'm having so much fun. I get this really cool show. No one's gonna know this show. Gormiti. Anyone? Anyone know Gormiti? It's the same guy. It's the same guy I hired to raise his hand. This show was so weird, it paid so much money. This was a weird show. This was an original animation show, which means instead of us dubbing the voice, we recorded the voice first and they animated to us. But here's the thing. It was produced by the French, dubbed into English, and only aired in Italy. That'll get you a lot of convention bookings. So I didn't see the show until it came to Hulu. It's interesting. It's cool. But it's the only show that I ever did where all the people were in the same room recording it like a radio show. Similarly to how they used to do The Simpsons and Family Guy and stuff like that. Now remember I told you that I replaced someone as Agumon? Well, I did it again. Yikes. Who knows this? Lloyd Irving, Tales of Symphonia. Now, I had no idea that I had replaced an actor named Scott Menville who had done this role before. Now, to be fair, I've talked to Scott since, and he didn't want to do it, or it was a union thing, or whatever. But it wasn't offered to him, or something like that. I didn't know. Well, apparently the fans went crazy. They were not happy that I replaced someone. Many, many, many years later, a friend of mine, she calls me and she goes, Brian, did you know that Hitler hates you? I'm like, well, that's good. She goes, you need to Google Hitler hates Brian Beacock. Now, I will say, if anyone does that, it's for adults. It's for adults. There is a video meme. Has anyone seen the video meme? It's a foreign film. It's called Downfall, and it's Hitler in the war room, and they're telling him something that he doesn't like, and he starts screaming. So they've re-subtitled it, right? And they re-subtitled it. It says, Scott Menville was never allowed the role. He was replaced by Brian Beacock, and then Hitler gets mad, whatever. And I just figured, wow, I've really made it now. You know, I've hit the big time. This is great. Got so many fans and I'm not a fan. So I'm doing all these voiceovers, really excited, but I started to book some TV, and I did a show called The Rerun Show, Recently in America, we had a show called Live in Front of a Studio Audience. Did anyone see that show? Do you guys get that over here? We took all these old American TV shows and we redid them with celebrities. That's what they're doing right now. We did it as well back then, but we weren't celebrities. So I got to redo all these TV shows. This is from Bewitched, which is an old American TV show. Saved by the Bell, I played Zach. Do you guys know Saved by the Bell? It's so funny. What I don't really know is how much of American television makes it over here. Is it a lot? Is it? Because I know we get tons of BBC stuff. Like, I'm addicted to it. I watch a lot of BBC stuff. Anyway, that was a really, really fun TV show. It was a summer replacement. I came on right after Seinfeld, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. I'm going to be a huge star. And then the show ended. So, back to unemployment. I did a musical at the Roxy Theater on Sunset Boulevard, where all the rockers played. And I did a musical based on Guns N' Roses in the style of Gilbert and Sullivan. It was called White Trash Wins Lotto, and I played Axl Rose.
All right.
I had all these operatic ballads dressed in leather. And we performed on the Conan O'Brien show back when he was in New York. A bunch of celebrities came and saw us. It was really fun. There's Neil Patrick Harris from How I Met Your Mother. Lemony Snicket, he came and saw the show. It was really, really fun, and it's too bad that show didn't go further. But around that time, I was doing a lot more TV, plus voiceovers, plus working at Universal Studios, right? Because I didn't want to be unemployed again. I got a job with none other than Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds. Yes, that is me in a very, very strange costume, and Ryan Reynolds. This is called Buying the Cow. It's not good. It's not good. I mean, it's got some funny moments, right? And if you watch it, I'll get like a 3-cent residual, so thank you very much. Going in the old pocket. Yeah, it was a very, very strange film. Battery? No? Hello? There we go. Very, very strange film, funny film. Ryan was amazing. You need to watch the movie to understand why this scene is even happening. So, there you go. Around that time, I also got to be in a really, really cool movie that I do not understand. So if anyone can explain it to me, it is Mulholland Drive by David Lynch. Anyone ever seen that movie? Boy, it's a strange film. Really cool. I thought I was doing background work, like extra work, and I showed up and I had my own trailer and I had my own costume. I called my mom, I'm like, hey Mom, I finally made it. Didn't happen. It was really, really fun. David Lynch was amazing. I was skinny. The movie was supposed to be a television show, and it was deemed too violent at the time by ABC, which is one of our networks, to be a TV show, so they shelved it. They came back later and they reshot the whole thing and turned it into a movie that played at the Cannes Film Festival. And they used all of our photos on the press releases, which is really amazing. So you guys, I'm doing voiceovers, I'm doing some TV stuff, I'm doing films. Like, this is exciting. I think, like, my career is taking off, and then that happens. That's me. Yep, I'm the Grinch at Universal Studios. I did it for many, many years. It's the same makeup as Jim Carrey, not the same paycheck, but the same makeup, with the full scleral contacts. And I was in the parade, and I can wave and say mean things to children. It was a great job. I hate you. So I thought I had hit rock bottom, right? Nope. Nope. That's me. That's me as Barney. That's Barney the Dinosaur. Not on TV, oh no. I was Barney the Dinosaur on tour for 15 years. Yep.
Oh, well.
It's the same costume as the TV show, built by a sadist. It weighs about 100 pounds. To move the mouth, you bite down on a metal bar that's wrapped in gaff tape and Duvetine, like this ball, and you go, hi everybody, hi Unique, and it's all, background track, because I didn't do the voice, I just did the dance. So I would do half-hour shows in a 100-pound costume, lost a lot of weight, scared a lot of kids. It was a great job. That's me getting to set because the set was too far away. So they said, hey, we have an idea how to get you there. Just climb on the back of this golf cart. It's perfectly safe, Barney. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. Not too long ago, yes. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I was asked to be on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno before he left the air. And we were going to sing Happy Birthday in a musical style based on this actress's original TV show that she had many years ago. You may know who this actress is. It is none other, rest in peace, Betty White. You guys know Betty White? No? Yes? Ask your parents. Ask your parents. There's me on TV with Betty White. It was amazing. It was amazing. She just passed away a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks shy of her 100th birthday. Amazing. So TV's going well. I was a Genie on Imagination Movers. Do you guys know this show? It's a great show. It was on Disney. So much fun. And this is an interesting thing about being an actor. I was pretty confident. This was, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was pretty confident. But this audition was really tough because it was kind of like the Robin Williams from Aladdin kind of Genie. A lot of voices, a lot of fast dialogue and heavy banter and stuff. And I got to the audition room and I stood outside the door and I heard the other guy in front of me auditioning, right? And I was so terrified that I was not going to be good enough, or I was going to mess up or forget or whatever, that I went back to my car and I sat in my car for like 15 minutes. I was actually late for my audition because I didn't have the faith that I could do it. And I just thought, man, if I don't go in there, I've worked all week on this audition, right? If I don't go in there, I'm just gonna, I'll never let it go. I would rather give a bad audition and be disappointed in myself than to not go. So I went in and the casting director laughed, whatever, I booked it. But it just reminded me that I still get nervous at certain things. I still second guess myself, you know what I mean? But the show's amazing. So if you watch the show, I think it's on Netflix or Hulu or something, and the episode is called Wishful Thinking. It's very, very fun. Back to voiceover. Who knows this guy? Sailor Moon, Alan.
Yes.
Strange relationship with his sister, plays the flute, gets killed by a tree. Next character. Monokuma! All right, who's played Danganronpa? That's a lot of people. All right, who has watched the anime? Unfortunately, that's more people. I'm not in the anime. Sorry, you can get your refunds at the door. No, I did not do the anime. This is a situation where someone else didn't replace me, but they got the job of playing Monokuma in the anime, which was recorded in Texas, and the games were recorded in Los Angeles. So yes, I'm Monokuma from the anime. This is a cool show, 10K Nights. Anyone see this show? Yeah? The one person. It's really interesting. This show was great. The character was fine. Mr. White was fine. But it was a game, a TV show that was made popular by these little like Lego toys. And after the first season, I talked to the producer and I said, are we coming back for season 2? And he says, it really depends on if the toys sell. So, and they didn't sell. They were great toys, but they didn't sell, and so they canceled the show. So it's really interesting and something to remember. If you love a show, get on the message boards, get on Twitter, get on Instagram, support the show, because that kind of fan interaction, especially now with social media, really, really means a lot. Ah, yes. Walker! Durarara. Anyone know this show? Not too many people know this show. Really? I thought more people would know it. It's on Netflix. It's a really, really fun show. My favorite part of it is the music. It's this fast, forward, progressive jazz music. Sounds a little sophisticated and heady, but it's really cool. It's a great show. I think it's still on Netflix, I believe. That was really fun. And my character Walker, well, spoiler, for everyone in the room who hasn't seen the show, I won't tell you, but he goes a little crazy at the end. How about this one? Blue Exorcist, Shima. Anyone? Yeah. Yes. Shima's so cool. What's the one thing Shima doesn't like? Bugs. He hates bugs. He absolutely hates bugs. This is apparently coming back. I've heard that it's coming back for more shows, which would be great. Also, there's a great movie on Blue Exorcist. I think also either on Prime or Netflix. And I think they use the Prague Orchestra to score it. It's really, really, really cool. No one's seen this next show, and it's a shame because I really liked it. Doraemon. Anyone?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. Thanks, Dad. Doraemon. This is kind of like Japan's Mickey Mouse, the robot cat. And this series was dubbed into every language in the world except English for years. So when we finally dubbed it, it was a big thing. It was in Time Magazine, etc. But it was a Disney property, and they kind of shelved it, and it disappeared. However, about a month ago, Stand By Me Doraemon and Stand By Me Doraemon 2 just came to Netflix. So that's kind of cool if you want to see that. Around this time, I'm not really getting enough jobs. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. I'm getting older. We're all getting older. Getting older, and I thought, you know what, I need to start creating my own work. This always happens with actors in LA. You know, they're young, they're doing Dawson's Creek or whatever, all these shows as kids, and then they start writing, and then they start producing and all that stuff. And I thought, well, I'm gonna do a show, I'm gonna write a show, and I'm gonna film it, I'm gonna direct it, I'm gonna produce it, right? All I need is $100,000, whatever. So I wrote this show about zombies. It's kind of like Shaun of the Dead meets The Office. It's really fun. And it's this world of actors in LA who are actually zombies trying to play zombies on TV. And it's called Acting Dead. You can go to actingdead.com. And I play Tate Blodgett, who's this terrible actor, can't get a job playing a zombie, so he goes to this company where they actually kill you and turn you into a zombie so you can play a zombie on TV.
No, that's not
it's
bad.
very, very fun. It started as a web series, but around the time that we finished, the TV Academy, the Television Academy that produces the Emmys, they opened up their categories to short form content, which is what my show was. And we got nominated for an Emmy, and I got to take my mom to the Emmys, which was really cool. It was so exciting. My main actress, Patrika Darbo, got nominated for Best Actress in a Comedy Series. That's my mom. This slide here in the front is Ryan Seacrest. Did it disappear? Is it there now? Ryan Seacrest. You guys know Ryan Seacrest? Yeah, American Idol. And then behind Ryan is Patrika Darbo. Behind Patrika is me with my phone up. Always with my phone up. Always. We got to do a big musical number on the Emmys. And she won. She won an Emmy. It was so crazy. And of course, me being a producer, I got an Emmy too, which I keep in the front seat when I drive for Uber. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was really exciting. It was kind of like the best thing that you could ever want is being able to take your mom to an award show and you win, and like it was kind of like the pinnacle of my entire career for sure. And it kind of opened a lot of doors for me after that. I got to go to a lot of events. There's Chris Pine. That's Jane Lynch. You guys probably don't know this guy, but it's Derek Huff from Dancing with the Stars. Rachel Bloom, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I got to work the Golden Globes, which was really fun. Work with Kristen Bell, you guys know her. I know a lot of these people you guys may not know. I was gonna try to get a picture with like either the Queen of England or I don't know. So around this time, this is not too long ago, and we talked about it before, I got a call to come in to do this job. I think I auditioned for it at home, sent in an audition for this guy. Octagawa. Rashomon! Who knows this show? Bungo Stray Dogs. A lot of people. Nice. Who knows Chapter 88? So there's supposed to be more coming to the show, just so you know. There's supposed to be a season 4. I guess it's starting in Japan right now. We have not heard anything about the dub in America. I'm hoping it happens. I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm hoping that we all get to come back to it. I love this guy. Yes, you do. He's absolutely awesome. He's featured a lot in my TikTok channel, for sure. How about this one, guys? Anyone?
Yeah. Seen that one.
Portsy Getsy. I'm my mom and dad's little angel. This character has a sad story. If you haven't seen it, it's quite a sad story for this poor little guy. He didn't deserve it. No one knows this show. Whoever knows this show gets a prize. I don't know what the prize is. I'll let the con work it out. Yes? Kuriko's basketball.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh, rats, that's a lot of prizes. Really? You guys know this show?
Yes.
Did you watch it on Netflix? Oh, Crunchyroll. Okay, yeah. I know nothing about basketball. Big surprise. And this character, all he does is talk. He just talk about basketball. So it was quite a difficult show to record. I was constantly asking, like, well, what does this mean? What does this mean? It was fun, though. It was fun. And I guess very popular. This show, the next one I'm going to show you, I guess is very popular, but no one ever talks about it. Beastars, yeah?
Netflix.
My name is Brian Beacock, and I play a peacock. This guy's so cool. I love this show. It's really cool animation if you haven't seen it. It's very dark. It's not all the bright colors and sharp lines. It's very muted and moody. It's really, really cool. I love it. This just ended not too long ago, this show. Sword Art Online. Anyone know this one? Yeah? What do you guys think about my character at the end? He went a little mad, a little Dr. Frankenstein, right? It seems like there should be more, but I don't know that there's going to be. But it kind of seems like it was left suspended, you know what I mean? So, pre-pandemic, I was living up in San Francisco, going back and forth to Los Angeles, taking care of my mom, who's 93. She still does 300 sit-ups a day. She's crazy, but she needs someone to be there for her, right? So the pandemic is going on, and I was traveling a lot, so I thought I would stay in San Francisco with my mom for a while and then drive back to LA when I was doing voiceover. So I needed something to keep me busy in San Francisco, so I got a job doing stand-in. You guys know what stand-in is? For a movie. So basically I'm there and they set all the lights to me, blah, 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 and then the celebrity comes in, right? So it turns out I was doing stand-in for Neil Patrick Harris, who I knew from many, many years ago, for this cool movie, The Matrix 4.
Oh, wow.
It was fun. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. We filmed in San Francisco. We could only film at night because of the permits for the city. So at night, they wet down the streets, they brought in the helicopter and the explosions and the fire trucks and the thousands of people running down the street. And it was great. It was a great little gig. I think I'm somewhere in there. So normally I did the stand-in job, but they said, hey Brian, we want to give you a little extra money if you want to run down the street with explosions and low-flying helicopters and your dress shoes and water. Do you want to do that? I'm like, yes please. So I ran down the street all night. I got to work the Oscars. I was working as Ryan Seacrest before he came in, so I got to work the Oscars. That was really, really cool. And at this point, I think I've got 3 voiceovers that I can't talk about that are coming out soon. A couple for Disney, and I think one for Nickelodeon.
Wow.
But I'm doing a lot of conventions right now, doing a lot of TikTok. Oh my God, TikTok. We'll talk more about that at the panel. I want to open this up to questions and answers. If anything I talked about gave you any questions. And also to remind you that I'm at the table at the front of the convention doing autographs, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And if you want to follow me on social media, it's TikTok, MonokumaBrianB, and Instagram at Brian Beacock, Twitter at Brian Beacock. So let's open this up. Yeah! Oh, you got your phone open. Thank you so much. Let's open this up to questions. Yes.